Hello viewers, a few hours ago, a new Skibidi Toilet episode came out, and this is the most long-awaited episode yet. The reason it took Defuk so long to make this episode was because he was sick, so he had to recover before making the episode. But now, after a whole week of waiting, episode 63 is here, and I will talk about what this episode had in store for us. We got to see the comeback of Plunger Cameraman and the death of the new mutant, and I will go over these things. So get ready and enjoy the video. The episode starts off with the cameraman getting attacked by a group of Skibidis, and us, the POV cameramen, are using some sort of cannon. We shoot at the spider Skibidi and it dies. I would also like to point out that this is just right out of the town that we saw in episode 62. The episode continues, and we see the spider Skibidi collapse to the floor. The camera turns, then we see a frame of which we saw in Dafik's Discord. We see the flying Skibidi toilet shoot his rockets at POV cameraman, then we get knocked out. You usually would think that this is the end of the episode, but not this time. The camera turns down and we see a cameraman running from something. We later see that it's probably an improved version of the Skibidi toilet. From episode 52, we see the Skibidi pierce through the camera's head, then we see another frame drone Dafik server. This episode had a lot of leaks due to the weight. Then we see the Skibidi get paralyzed by a paralyzing gun. Then we get to see an improved version of the Speakerman from episode 24. Then we see the Dark Speakerman just map onto the Skibidi, and he impales it with knives. Then POV cameraman tries to get help from the Dark Speaker, but later gets rejected. In this scene we can see our hand shaking in fear and shock. We get up ourselves, then we see some sort of car with four cameramen on it. They drive it, but then we see the mutant from episode 62. He tosses the car at a building, then the mutant gives us a sinister look. We also see the same flying toilets from the beginning of the episode. After we see an object destroy the flying toilets, after this incident the mutant gives us a confused look. The mutant gets hit, then we see a plunger on his face. At this point we know who it is, Plunger Cameraman. He keeps attacking the mutant. The mutant starts getting annoyed, then he covers his face. He starts getting destroyed, then we see the view of Plunger Cameraman, then he slams the mutant, which causes a huge explosion. Then we get to see a full view of the Plunger Cameraman's upgrades. We can see that he took Glitch Toilet's toilet. We also see that he equipped his plungers onto the toilet, and he also has spikes, so when he hits an enemy he can impale them. Now let's continue. He looks over, then we see a cameraman laughing at Plunger Cameraman's upgrades. I would also like to say that you can see Dafik in the corner. Also, the reason we see the cameraman laughing is probably because he is in a toilet, which makes sense, but bro, you have to respect him. After we see the cameraman that's laughing gets a straight plunger to the face, then Plunger Cameraman gets out his toilet, then he surprisingly got his legs and arms back, then the other cameraman gets flipped off by Plunger Cameraman Lamal. He got what he deserved. Then we give a thumbs up and Plunger Cameraman does the same. But after the mutant gets back up, now it looks like he is blind and also has blood everywhere. Then we see a injured Speakerman finish off the mutant. This part was the best so far. We see the speaker look at us, then there's a huge explosion. We get to see the nuke toilet from episode 62. We see it nuking the surrounding area, then he gets exploded by the Titans. We see Titan Speakerman and cameraman fly by. Here we also see that Titan cameraman got his cannon back, so he will be fully upgraded for the battle. After the video cuts. Honestly, I loved this episode, and it's definitely in my top 5 episodes. Also, I would like to congratulate Dafboom on 30 million. Keep the good work, Dafik. Anyways, that's my analysis on episode 63. Bye.